Good morning, everyone. Guys, good afternoon. It's been a busy day. Please rise and welcome the graduates of Basic Oregon Liquor and Cannabis Commission Class 8. They are led in today by Aaron Anderson on the bagpipes. Please remain standing for our national anthem being sung by Tara Murphy.
Class, half right.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, in the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Class, four. Class, be seated.
Audience, please be seated. Welcome to the graduation ceremony for Basic Liquor and Cannabis Commission Class 8. My name is Kyle Van Cleve, and I have served as a training coordinator for this class. To everyone in the audience, family members, friends, co-workers, on behalf of the Department of Public Safety Standards and Training, our director, and the members of the graduating class, we thank you all for being with us here today. It's my pleasure to introduce individuals who will participate in today's program. Our commencement speaker, Executive Director of the OLCC, Craig Prins, and Regional Liquor Compliance Manager for the Medford office, OLCC, Scott Yox. Today marks the completion of 4 weeks of training for Basic Oregon Liquor and Cannabis Commission Class 8. We're here to recognize the accomplishments of the graduates today. I would also like to recognize and thank all of you in the audience. Their success is a reflection of the support and understanding they've received from you. Thank you for all of your encouragement over the last several weeks. It's my pleasure to introduce today's graduation guest speaker, Executive Director of the Oregon Liquor and Cannabis Commission, Craig Prins. Craig Prins is a longtime public servant with over 24 years of service to the state of Oregon. Craig has been serving as the Executive Director of the Oregon Liquor and Cannabis Commission since February of 2023. Prior to his service at the OLCC, Craig worked for 7 years as Inspector General for the Oregon Department of Corrections Craig took a 2-year break and moved to Washington, D.C., where he was the Director of Research at the Public Safety Performance Project, Pew Charitable Trusts. Craig served as Executive Director of the Oregon Criminal Justice Commission from 2004 to 2014. Early in his career, he was Deputy Director at the Oregon Department of Public Safety Standards and Training and counsel to the House and Senate Judiciary Committees. Craig also practiced law as a Deputy District Attorney in Multnomah County. Mr. Prinz earned his JD from Notre Dame Law School and has been a member of the Oregon State Bar for 26 years. Craig grew up in Southern Oregon and now lives in Salem with his wife, Natalie. They have 2 daughters and a Cavalier King Charles Spaniel named Maggie. Craig enjoys biking, golf, fishing, hiking, and of course, watching Notre Dame football. Please welcome Director Prinz.
Kyle, thank you so much for that kind introduction. I want to just first say just what Kyle said. I really, really appreciate the turnout for these graduates. It just means so much on a kind of a dark, rainy, gray day. It means so much to all of us that you turned out. And so I just wanted to thank everyone, and I hope I get to shake your hand and say that personally. So just thank you to everyone, family, friends, staff who are here to celebrate these folks and the work they've done. Man, that Star Spangled Banner was pretty good too. So I was looking at my notes, so I want to say thank you to that because that was just beautiful. So, you know, when Kyle went through my resume, that's always embarrassing. All that means is I'm getting older, right? But it is always super fun for me. In one of my previous jobs, I was really for a short time, I was the deputy director here at DPSST. And so I got to be part of planning this campus and moving from Monmouth to here. And so it's like a little bit of a homecoming for me to be back. And who would have known? I wouldn't have known in 2004 that I would be so proud to be having folks from the OLCC who work with me come here and use this fine academy. So that's how those things work in life, that there's connections that you don't realize you'll have. I also want to thank Kyle for updating the curriculum. I think there's been a lot of work on just the materials we have for the marijuana inspectors, for making sure there's as much student participation, that we're using the campus so that we have our ability to do scenario-based training, real field case training. And so as graduates, as you're preparing for your job, I just want to thank Kyle and DPSST for really working with us to update the curriculum. So could we all give Kyle a hand, please? I also like to thank Scott Yox for some of the same things. I know Scott told me that when he came here in 2023, excuse me, that's right. 2023, again, part of getting older is getting your numbers mixed up. So if you give me recall time, it'll come just eventually. But, you know, Scott said that part of what he wanted to do and looked forward to was really working on the curriculum. And we wouldn't be here without the work he's done on planning and coordinating this training with Kyle. And we also wouldn't be here today without the contributions of all of the staff that I see here. We got a lot of the regional managers. We have a lot of the staff from different offices. It just means so much that you took time out of your busy days to help prepare these folks to be a part of the team. So can we give Scott and everyone a hand for that too? Last but not least, I want to thank someone who's not here, and that's Rich Evans. Rich Evans, I just have the blessing of having Rich Evans, who, if you don't know, has 37 years and counting of experience serving Oregon in public safety. Rich couldn't make it because I put a lot on his plate, frankly, and it's legislative session. So Rich is probably slugging it away at the headquarters in Portland. But he's not here today, but I want to acknowledge him. It is really unusual to have the type of veteran experience we have. I'm looking out in the audience and seeing some of that veteran experience in the chairs who serve in our compliance team. And at the head of that, leading that, is a gentleman named Rich Evans. So if he was here today, I wanted to make sure I acknowledged how influential he's been and how we regulate alcohol and cannabis and making sure we keep it out of the hands of minors and in a responsible, well-regulated system. So Rich is not here, but let's just give him a hand in his absence. Okay, now we get to the fun part, talking to and congratulating the graduates, because I'm incredibly proud of you too. I know that the DPSST mattresses have not been upgraded, right, since I was here. So first of all, congratulations. I hope you get to sleep in your own beds tonight. That'll be the best sleep you'll have in a while, probably. No offense, Kyle.
No.
Okay. I just want to say that from everything that Scott's told me, other folks have told me, you have just been an excellent class. And that means a lot to me because we want you to take this seriously and we want you to be well prepared for your service with OLCC. And so I want to congratulate you on successfully completing this class. And in graduating today, you're all achieved a personal milestone, right, in your careers. And that's important to acknowledge that you've expanded your training and your skill set. And as a result, you'll be able to meet your professional challenges and enrich your career experience. So for all of the family and friends and staff, let's give them a hand to start out. But there's another milestone other than the personal milestone that you've achieved that for me as your leader is just as important. And that's maybe more important than individual achievement. And that's that milestone concerns what you will do and what you've been doing to safeguard the public safety and the public health of Oregonians. And when we launched our new OLCC strategic plan for 2024 to 2028, we made sure that we were emphasizing that our mission is to protect public health and safety. And I want to talk about a little bit so your friends and family know what you'll be doing and how important it is to our communities. That's a very impactful mission for me personally, and I can tell you that for the 9 commissioners of the OLCC, it's very important. You'll be crucial to us for meeting that new strategic mission and that emphasis. And I really hope you realize that I realize how important your work is, the commission realizes how important your work is, and that you are going to be doing the most rewarding and most difficult thing in public service, which is safeguarding the health and safety of your community. And sometimes you'll do that, as you know, without getting a lot of thanks for it, right? So I just want to recognize that and give you a hand for taking this on. When I talk about public health and public safety, you're like, wait, what? I'm a liquor inspector. I'm a cannabis regulator. What are you talking about? Well, it's especially true for you on alcohol and cannabis on one of the main priorities in our strategic plan, and it's been a priority for the OLCC for decades, and that is keeping alcohol and cannabis out of the hands of minors. Over the last few years, we've seen really good data that teens are drinking alcohol less and they're binge drinking less, and I'm so encouraged by that But make no mistake, alcohol is still the substance that's most widely used by minors. That has an effect, obviously, on some of the things that all of us as parents are most concerned about with DUI driving. It's involved in a lot of the DUI fatalities that involve young people. There's cognitive impairment that happens in schools for those who start drinking early, and there's really consistent data that those who start drinking early have a very much higher likelihood to develop an alcohol use disorder as they become adults. And as we've all, if you read the news, that is a growing concern for Oregonians and in the country. So we want to make sure our young people have all of their cognitive abilities to navigate this crazy world that we have in 2025. We want to make sure they're coordinated, they're active, and they're enjoying life. And so one of the areas that we're going to emphasize and put renewed emphasis on is minor decoy programs. For those of you in cannabis, you also are going to be working with metric, complicated system of tracking cannabis from when it grows to when it's harvested, to when it's brought into a processor, to when it's turned into gummies or a vape or flour. And with that, you have the additional responsibility of dealing with diversion of cannabis into the illegal market. That brings with it lawlessness, reduces public safety, and really harms the responsible businesses in this regulated market that, and I'm sure that's 90% of the one that are trying to comply with the rules, who are paying their taxes and making sure that the cannabis in Oregon is tested for anything that shouldn't be in there, like pesticides or heavy metals. And so for those of you in the cannabis program, I just want to say you have those additional things that you can be proud of, that you're a part of protecting the health and safety of Oregonians. But just getting back to the minor decoy program, if you guys, I'm sure that most of everyone knows how we do that. These folks will be working with a person who's under 21, and what we want to do is we want to see success when that person under 21 asks for a beer or tries to buy cannabis. We want that person to say, "Can I see your ID?" And they show them an ID that shows that they're under 21, and we want that person to say, "I can't serve to you." Right? That's the goal of our minor decoy program. During COVID, the dark, dark days of COVID for OLCC, we had the very unpopular job of being mask police in bars and restaurants. And we're so glad to come back to focusing on minor compliance. But when we stepped away from compliance during COVID, we learned something really important. When you don't do compliance, guess what? The compliance rates drop significantly. And if there's one thing that tells you how important your job is, it's that when we stopped doing your job and we had to do another job, those folks were not checking those IDs and they were selling to the minors. And we need, as a result of that, in 2022, we started coming back to doing alcohol minor decoys. We did 474 missions in 2022. In 2023, we did almost triple that, 1,258 missions. And last year in 2024, we did 1,459 minor decoy missions. That's a lot of late nights for you alcohol regulators, right? That's a lot of work to put those kids together and get them in the right place. And I'm happy to say that our compliance rate, where they said, "No, I can't serve you," has gone from 72% in 2022 up to 78% in 2024. And that's because of that work. And we still have a long ways to work on that, but I'm incredibly proud of that work. And it's so hard to reset that expectation with the industry, and you're the ones that do that. For cannabis, don't want to miss that you have a 90% compliance rate. So 90% of the time when one of our minor decoys goes into a cannabis shop and decides to buy cannabis, they are rejected. And so I want to thank the cannabis folks for that as well. And so that's where you all come in. Make no mistake, that's a public health and public safety mission of how we regulate the sale and purchase of both these products. We will be in the next couple of years as part of the strategic plan. We will be introducing new server training to make sure the servers understand how important to public health and public safety not serving minors is, how important it is not to serve to visibly intoxicated adults as well. And we are looking at, we hope to be able to have liquor stores be where we can have a compliance check on each liquor store in Oregon every year with a minor decoy. That's an area that the statistics show that we need to continue to focus on. And we will try to have as many of the folks in the alcohol and liquor stores, we need them to have a server permit so that we can have that server have that skin in the game regulatory-wise to make sure that they understand that there will be consequences from the state if they do serve a minor. So I hit all that because putting these changes in place will take a lot of work, but I'm confident that we will be able to get it done together. And I'll leave it with this. Why am I confident? Because I'm confident in you. I'm confident in the training you've gotten, and I'm confident in the team that is here to support you. So on behalf of all of the folks here, again, now that you're graduates, we'll be looking to work together so you can help us drive these initiatives forward. Again, congratulations. Thank you for your hard work, and I'm looking forward to achieving these goals together. So let's give them a hand.
Thank you, sir. And now the reason we're here today, the graduates. Graduating from this program is no small accomplishment. The graduates before you have been presented with numerous challenges, including getting used to the new environment here at the Academy, the pressures of academic success, and a little physical exhaustion. Okay, more than a little. They all were pushed out of their comfort zones at some time, and all have risen to meet these challenges with poise and professionalism. Class, I thank you for your dedication, your superb attitudes, and your sense of humor throughout your time here. I would like to recognize Regulatory Specialist Jason Erickson. Jason, would you please stand up? No, remain standing, Jason. You're good. Yeah. This is part of your guys' day, your day. So Jason served as a class leader for OLCC 8, which is a liaison between staff and students. He shouldered responsibility above that expected of a basic training student, including helping with the ongoing communication needed throughout these weeks. And I can tell you there's a lot. For this, Jason, I would like to extend to you a personal thank you for a job very well done. Thank you. I would like to give special recognition to the 2 OLCC instructors who served as the subject matter experts assisting with the training for this class. I would personally like to thank Scott Yox, would you please stand up? And Randy Hancock, would you please stand up? You two are rock stars. You really are. You've been instrumental in helping this class be successful. I greatly appreciate you, your expertise throughout this class. I simply couldn't measure just how much we've gained by having you guys here. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you. Next, it's our custom to introduce students who have achieved individual honors during their 4 weeks of training here at the Academy. I would like to invite Craig and Scott to come forward and help present the awards. Family and friends, please feel free to come forward in front of the stage and take pictures and photographs. We will make time. This is a very special day. And so the students don't know who got which award for these. So it's kind of fun for me. For the health and fitness, the Outstanding Health and Fitness Award is earned by a student who demonstrates that good health and fitness are not only attributes to their personal lifestyle, but also to the profession of public safety. The Outstanding Health and Fitness Award goes to Regulatory Specialist Adam Cruzona, Medford Regional Office. For our defensive tactics, in each basic training class, an award is given for the best performance in defensive tactics and confrontational simulation training, as determined by Academy staff. For this award, survival skills instructors look for technical proficiency, as well as sensible decision-making, tenacity, and professionalism. This student stood out as quoted by the defensive tactics instructors. He has been very helpful to his classmates. Not only does he have a great attitude, but no matter who he's partnered up with, he's coaching and helping his classmates. The award for best performance in defensive tactics goes to Regulatory Specialist Stephen Slade, Portland Metro Office.
Sure. Thank you, Mark.
It's hard to move even like that.
Thank you. Congratulations.
The Victor Giattia Outstanding Student Award is named in honor of the distinguished former governor of the state of Oregon, in whose term of office this agency became a reality. This prestigious award goes to the student in each basic class who is selected by students and academy staff as the overall most outstanding student in the class. The student selected must display exceptional professionalism and demonstrate an exemplary attitude, as well as outstanding achievement in leadership, academics, health and fitness, and survival skills. The Department of Public Safety Standards and Training is proud to honor the recipient of the Victor Giattia Outstanding Student Award for Basic Oregon Liquor and Cannabis Commission Class 8, Regulatory Specialist Benjamin Pinniger, Bend Field Office. Congratulations. And now it's my privilege to introduce the class speaker for Basic Oregon Liquor and Cannabis Commission Class 8, Natasha Morris, Marijuana Regulatory Specialist.
Hello, Mother. Hello, Father. Greetings from, geez, gosh. So sorry. That was my 4th grade camp letter. Don't know how that got in there. Sorry. In all honesty, I'd like to welcome you and thank you for joining us today to celebrate OLCC Class 08. We are here because we made it through 4 weeks of classroom instruction, physical training, defensive tactics, and Scenario Village. In this time, we've gotten to know each other and learned that we have vast differences and backgrounds, but have the same goals and reasons why we're here for the OLCC. Our group represents every region in Oregon and both OLCC disciplines. Class, if you are part of the Medford office, could you please raise your hand? Thank you. If you're part of the Bend office, can you please raise your hand? Thank you. If you're part of the Eugene office, please raise your hand. Thank you. And then if you're part of the Portland office, please raise your hand. Awesome, thanks. And then in regards to the disciplines, if you are liquor, please raise your hand. Oh, Salem, I'm sorry. By the way, when I wrote the speech, I also forgot to put Salem in there, and it's right here. Sorry, Salem, please raise your hand. Might have been on purpose, kidding. And then for liquor, could you please raise your hand? Thank you. And then marijuana, please. Awesome, thank you. As you can likely tell, we are in different stages of our life and our careers. For some of us, this is our retirement job. Others, this gives us a better work-life balance, which helps you and us. And then others, it just seems like a pretty cool job. This group represents 181 cumulative years of law enforcement, which include federal and investigative work. It's a lot of years. With that said, we know this month has been challenging for you as our families, our offices, and our other obligations. As such, we want to acknowledge you and thank you for the sacrifices that you have made while we have been here. Thank you very much. We would also like to thank the DPSST staff. We can only imagine how difficult it is to manage several different classes at different stages of their training and extreme levels of experience. Herding cats actually comes to mind. With that said, the staff has made this as seamless as possible and, as always, very willing to help. We would also like to thank the cafeteria staff at their endless pursuit of making mass quantities of food tasty so that cats can have fuel for the day. And then, the PT and DT staff are amazing. They have the patience of saints and the resilience of the Arizona Cardinals. Just in case you don't know what that reference is, they're the oldest team without a Super Bowl win. Yet they keep going. It's hard to believe that a bright orange cone could be extremely elusive for some. And that shrimping really isn't as easy as it sounds for some. I'm the some. And for our class instructors, who are a mix of the OLCC and DPSST staff. Thank you for imparting your wisdom and experience to us. We walk out of here more prepared and ready to face the compliance world head on, even if some of us miss 15 minutes of class because their partner forgot to call them back in. Okay. Outside of the DPSST instruction, we bonded over 6 a.m. discussions of our aches and pains. We also had ping pong challenges and Rochambeauing for the bathroom, because there's 4 of us sharing one bathroom, or 3 or 2 sometimes. We also leave this campus with nicknames. Some of us earned them here, others came in with them. I'm gonna let you figure out who they belong to. We have Easy E, Kettlebell Ferrigno, which I'm sure you could figure that one out, he got an award. A Squared also got an award. Meaty also got an award. Big Bird, the People Pleaser, Nickelback, Fish Face, White Shoes, Cone, the Cone White Shoes, Chocolate Thunder, Sticks, and Flow. Special thanks to Kyle Van Cleve, our class coordinator. We appreciate you putting miles on your shoes, running in between classes, making sure that we're all taken care of. And to Scott Yogs, the OLCC Academy coordinator, thank you for your unfailing dedication and direction and your diligence to your coiffed hair. And Randy Savage Hancock. Oh yeah, step into a Slim Jim. We appreciate your oversight, advice, and comic relief. You have made these 4 weeks more tolerable. To OLCC 08 class, go forth and do more gooder.
Thank you, Natasha. And now to all the graduates. The presentation of your certificates marks the conclusion of your training and the highlight of today's graduation. It signals the end of one phase of your career and the beginning of another. As our names are called, please feel free to come forward to take pictures. It's welcomed. We will wait. After all, we get paid by the hour, so we're good. Will the members of Basic Oregon Liquor and Cannabis Commission Class 8 please rise and come forward when your name is called? Stephanie Aguilar, Medford Regional Office. Joey Blanc, Portland Metro Office. Cesar Caballero, Salem Field Office. John Christensen, Portland Metro Office. Jason Erickson, Portland Metro Office. Stephanie Humphreys, Portland Metro Office.
Row 2, attention.
Eric Counts, Medford Regional Office. Adam Cruzona, Medford Regional Office. Natasha Morris, Portland Metro Office. Ben Pinnegar, Bend Field Office. Stephen Slade, Portland Metro Office.
Thank you, Albert. My pleasure. Thank you.
And Nick Stranieri from the Eugene Regional Office.
Row 2, be seated.
It's now my honor to administer the Criminal Justice Code of Ethics to today's graduates. Will the members of OLCC Class 8 please raise your right hand and repeat after me? I swear as a criminal justice officer.
I swear as a criminal justice officer
That my fundamental duty is to serve mankind,
that my fundamental duty is to serve mankind,
to safeguard lives and property,
to safeguard lives and property,
to protect all persons against deception,
to protect all persons against deception,
the weak against oppression or intimidation,
the weak against oppression or intimidation,
the peaceful against violence or disorder,
the peaceful against violence or disorder,
and to respect the constitutional rights of all people,
and to respect the constitutional rights of all people,
to liberty, equality, and justice.
to liberty, equality, and justice.
Nope, nope, not yet, Jason. Not yet. We have a little bit more. It's okay. Take seats, take seats. It's okay. Nobody noticed. Nobody noticed. Before you all go, I want to take a moment to call attention to the achievement you've made by graduating today. Each of you made the decision to become a regulatory specialist at different times, for different reasons, and with different expectations. Here, though, at this academy, you came together to work as one. DPSST's mission is pursuing excellence in training and accountability for public safety professionals. By design, this training program at DPSST seeks to bring your individual experiences and talents together, learning concepts, including legal standards and evidence-based practices. You've done this. You sought to better yourselves each day you've been here, and I'm pretty sure you've noticed yourselves growing throughout the process. This is a valuable and sometimes incredible thing, your growth. Sometimes we don't give this enough credit, and I think we need to. It includes all of your hard work, your dedication, your frustrations, the difficulties, but more important, your achievements throughout all of this. I call this the journey and the destination. Yes, I borrowed the phrase, but it works, so I'm going to run with it. And we'd like to encourage you to remember and appreciate both the journey and the destination. Your journey growing throughout these weeks of training, and of course, your destination graduating here today. You made this happen. I'm incredibly proud of you and very, very happy for you. Please join me in formally congratulating the graduates of Basic Oregon Liquor and Cannabis Commission Class 8. This concludes our graduation ceremony. We thank you for being with us on this very special day. Please remain at your seats until the graduates have been dismissed. Afterward, we invite you to join us for a reception honoring the graduates, which will take place in our lobby. On behalf of the department, our director, and all the DPSST staff, I wish each graduate health, happiness, and great success in the future. Now, Jason.